and you won't. I was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging black, smoking sacks up in accent sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking fly kicks. Honeys wanna chat, but all we wanna know is where the party at. And can I bring my gat? If not, I hope I don't get shot. Better throw my vest on my chest, cause niggas is a mess. It don't take nothing but front for me to start something. Bugging and fucking at niggas like I was duck hunting. Dumbing out just me and my crew, cause all we wanna do is party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party and bullshit and party. 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 Hugs from the honeys, pounds from the roughnecks. See my man say that I knew from the projects. Said he had beef, asked me if I had my piece. Short dude, 222s in my shoes. Holla if you need me, love, I'm in the house. Roman strong, see what the honeys is about. Moet poppin', hope poppin', ain't no stoppin'. Big Papa, I'm a bad boy. Niggas wanna front, who got your back? Niggas wanna flex, who got the gat? It ain't hard to tell I'm the East Coast overdoser. Nigga, you're scared, you're supposed to. Nigga, I toast you. Put fear in your heart. Fuck up the party before it even starts. Is he drunk? Off a Henny and skunk? On some brand new we in shit, beating down punk. Bitches in the back looking righteous. In the tight dress, I think I might just hit her with a little Biggie 101. How to tote a gun and have fun with Jamaican rum conversation. Lost in rotation, my man Big Jock got the Glock in his waist and was smoking, drinking, got the hooker thinking. If money smell bad, then this nigga big and stinking. Is it my charm? I got the hookers eating out my palm. She grabbed my arm and said, let's leave calm. I'm hitting skins again. Rolled up another blunt, bought a Heineken. Niggas start to low down, like kids out, choked out, blows were stoned, and a fucking fight broke out. Can't we just all get along so I can put stickies on my chest like little Sean?
Oh, baby. Oh, baby, 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 baby.
And it's on, and I'm gone, that's that.
Oh, baby, baby. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing out there? How are you feeling? I feel fan-fucking-tastic. And, of course, as soon as I start doing something really big, I've got to have somebody randomly walking into my house. I see you, strange man in a strange helmet. You're not even here? I don't even see you. I don't? I'm hallucinating, everybody. I'm hallucinating. Hi, everybody. I'm back. I actually was back this morning, and I was streaming over on my second channel and on Twitch. We're live on Twitch as well. But what we were doing was I wanted to kind of get started on a couple of different projects that I was working on. And I then switched over to hunting for some wingnuts for the roundup for this month, which is going to be on Sunday. And I found something so unbelievably fun that immediately I had to stop. And we had to do it on the main channel because this is just content gold. And it's so much that it would be criminal to only pick one little clip and play it on the roundup. I mean, it's that good. It's that good. It's so incredible. That's also why, like, I still have my whole Twitch frame up here. Like, it was just, we got to do this. We have to do it right now. We have to do it right now. Now, usually I only get this excited when there's Jimmy Payne. All right, Jimmy Payne here. And no, this time it is not Jimmy Payne. No, sir. Instead, we are going to learn all about the real-life Master Chief, a.k.a. John Halo himself, what went to space with the Halo and Mech Machine Man, right? That's what Halo's all about, right? Mech Machine Man on the Halo planet, right? Sure, I play video games. I'm just like you, I swear. But yeah, that's why this is all very like impromptu. There's no promo, there's no nothing. But it was such a funny thing to find. Spartan 11-7, sure. Whatever it is. I did actually play Halo when I was younger. I did. Like Halo 1 and Halo 2. But I'm not like super big fans of it, so I gotta crack some jokes about it. We're gonna learn all about that before we get started on this, and it is a Super Soldier Talk exclusive that we're gonna be watching. Because just bless Super Soldier Talk. One of the best channels ever made. Incredible. I do want to say very, very heartfelt thank you very much to everybody who expressed sympathies and some love because of my last video and the passing of my brother. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, it was very heartfelt and sweet and wonderful. And everybody is doing well in my family despite that. So thank you. Appreciate you. Now, without further ado, roundups on Sunday. But today, we've got ourselves John Halo, the Master Chief. That's not his name, I know. Let's go, baby. And yes, we have to watch the intro. The intro is amazing. It's incredible. This is, I swear to God, this is just the most banger intro ever rendered in 240p. It's amazing.
Well, hello. Welcome back to the show. My name is James Rink, and I am the Super Soldier host of this podcast, and we have Steve Shearer with us today. How you doing, Steve?
Doing good. I'm really cleaning up a lot of systems. Things are going online, breaking the whole cabal system, finding children, nuclear waste problems, black goo problems. Man, it's been a whole mess, and we just 20 hours mission long, 2 hours of sleep, waking back up and keep doing it. It's been going on for like 3 months for me now.
Sounds tough.
So it's just heavy work, and I have the strength, I have the foresight, the psychic abilities to endure. It's all my training that I've received over thousands of years of spiritual work, so.
Thousands of years of spiritual work. I personally, I am in awe at this man's ability to maintain, thousands of years of work in order to be able to do this deep spiritual work. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I want to get to your bio in just a bit, but actually I want to make an announcement first. I would like everyone who feels called to do this to take a moment and visualize that this Hurricane Milton thing in the Gulf of Mexico will dissolve, be broken apart. And, there was a story one time I've read about a Native American shaman who was trying to do a rain ceremony, and the guy he just walked around in a circle, did a little dance, and
I'm gonna stop you there. If you ever are about to talk about Native Americans, shamans, if the next thing that you're going to reference is a fucking rain dance, you should just stop. You should just stop. That is, dude, just don't. Also, yes, I did notice that the Master Chief is apparently a Bills fan, and that is probably the thing that's causing me the most doubt in his abilities right now. I mean, come on. Come on. The Bills? All right, anyway, tell us, James, how you're going to save everyone from Hurricane Milton. Let's go.
And the other people there are asking the shaman, well, what did you do? And what the shaman said is that you visualize it as in the present. So the shaman would visualize mud underneath its feet and rain and even the smell of rain. And so if we all just visualize a sunny day this coming next couple of days over the area of the southeast United States, it'd be awesome. I love you all, and thank you all, audience members who are joining us here. Rich?
I just wanted to ask real quick because I haven't been keeping up with the news, but Hurricane Milton all of a sudden evaporated, right? It didn't actually cause any damage to anything, right? Like that worked, right? I could look it up, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to assume that James has unrivaled Native American shaman rain dancing powers.
I think you have something, you can learn something here. And we have Sammy is saying, I am the Doomslayer. Okay. We have Maria Patel, hello, and Chad. Make a little love. All right. So, Steve, let's pull you up here. So, today, Steve is going to be sharing more about his real experience as the Master Chief. So, this was portrayed, of course, in the Halo series, and the public was told that this was like a fictional video game series.
I scoff at that.
He served in the Alpha Squad, and that began when he was at Montauk. So him and other children escaped through a portal into an Arcturian ship. From there, the children were sent into a Stargate into the 2030s on a planet in the Breakaway in order to escape the Black Goo Matrix. There, he was selected or really recruited by Dr. Halsey for the Spartan Super Soldier program and placed on the Alpha Squad. Dr. Halsey told Steve that he was the one to break it all. Steve was chosen because he was a seer and could see into the future and could protect others from dangers as well as getting lost.
If Halo is a game, does it mean all video games are real? Yes. Stargate, that's another series. It doesn't matter. Every bit of pop culture and sci-fi culture, it's all real. This dude's name is Steve Shearer and not John Halo. Listen, I remote viewed this man, and I can tell you right now, Steve Shearer is a very, very poorly chosen name to hide behind. Like that. It's John Halo. His name is John Halo. I'm telling you right now, that's John Halo.
He also had thousands of past lifetimes integrating DNA through his, your soul vibrational frequency.
Yeah, my soul DNA, yeah.
Yeah, my soul DNA. Yeah, my soul DNA.
Steve remembers Master Chief's favorite tagline, "No man left behind, and I need a weapon." I was talking about, what about the women? Weren't there women in the Alpha Squad, Steve?
Yeah, we would have tantric energy before we do battles because it would energize us. And it would connect us even better in the squad, and we would interlay our energies together.
Listen, before we'd go and fight the Flood or the Covenant, we'd all just fuck, right? We'd all just lay down. The Johns and Janes, John Halo and Jane Halos would all just like tantrically bone the fuck out of each other to supercharge our fuck powers, right? Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Listen, I have absolutely no notes on this at all. Maybe this one? Come. Yeah, it's probably pretty good.
And keep ourselves alive, so.
Very good. And I need a weapon. So both Steve and James Rink, that's me, served together in the Alpha Squad and the Halo timeline, which is the resistant movement to free members and slaves of the secret space program.
Wait, so James
After
was
his Kundalini awakening and regression work, his awareness of high...
So this is John and James Halo. This is amazing. They really should do like a buddy cop, an intergalactic time traveling spiritual warfare buddy cop movie. It'd be amazing.
Dimensions awoken him to many realities. He was brought onto ships, receiving activations, healings, and missions to dismantle heavy fields that needed to be cleaned out. He has connections to Thoth, Ptah, Odin, and Isis. I think there's a few more on there, but
Oh, there's a lot. The whole creation, pretty much. So
You know,
he has written 4 books. So there's a link in the description if you want to purchase a copy. There's also a free download link. Thank you, Steve, for providing that. We have your contact information and your YouTube. So if you want to learn more, you can go there. So great. Steve, where should we even begin? How about we start off from the beginning? So tell us, at what point did you realize you were a super soldier or even like a Master Chief?
2019 was when 2014 actually. I had
those are 2 different numbers. Yes, those are 2 very different numbers. Also, why is this strange man bringing his motorcycle into my backyard right now? Like, did not even tell me he was going to be coming over and bringing a motorcycle into my backyard. What the fuck? The fuck are you doing? Rude. Yeah, you? You know you could call me before you come over, right? You knew I was live streaming, so you didn't call me. Oh my god. Jesus
I had a
Christ.
dream. I got teleported down to a desert landscape, and we were running through. It was actually in season 1 with the huts and stuff, and I was getting
what?
chased, and I was waiting for my command, which happened to be Arkeem Ra and Rocco, and I hid. It was like a bar, and I was waiting to get located, and they found me, and then we went to go storm a spider cavern, a facility with like a spider queen. And I remember Arkeem would just like go left and right, like because like we were getting ready, I was getting my mind right in the mission. And this was when I was in college. And then we ran to the facility, and then we killed it. And then we were driving from a warhog back to, but yeah, we were riding a warhog, and then it flipped over, and then
that happens
right
in
when
the
it
game.
flipped over, I woke up. So it was pretty interesting, and I wrote it down, but I lost it.
It was pretty interesting. Okay, I think is he describing like a dream or something? I guess. I don't know.
Oh, but I still remember it, and then I started having more memories of it in in August and stuff. More memories because I was working with Rocco. We were really digging a lot of memories together of our involvements with Montauk and stuff, and that's
Right.
It's crazy because I put out a 100-page book in 2 weeks just from memory recall, and like crying together and like reliving the energetic vibrations of those memories, and it was pretty tough too, so
Is tripping balls while playing Xbox? I mean, okay. Crazy dreams are one thing, but one of the most dangerous things that you can have when you're primed and ready to jump headlong into absolute batshit insanity is a friend. A friend who is just as eager to be as special as you are. Because how he's describing it is he had this crazy dream, and then he probably told his friend about this crazy dream, and his friend either is a liar or also crazy, and was like, yeah, man, no, me too. And so they start building on it together and realizing, like, wow, we're really tapping into that. Listen, the gist of it is this. Don't ever have any friends, because, they might help further along your delusion, or they might randomly show up at your house with their loud fucking motorcycle and just start doing repair work behind you. It's never worth it.
Oh, thank you, Steve. So I'm going to read something here, and just tell me if this resonates with you. Has anyone told you relating to injections? Do you get needle marks and injections?
Yeah, I have. It's weird. I have like a scar on the left and a scar on the right, and it's just like filled with red, and it's never gone away. So they might just keep shooting me. There's like a super soldier serum from the Halo timeline that they always inject me when I do missions.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes I'll get sick to my stomach a little bit if I'm like 8 hours, like if I'm like doing missions for 8 hours, I'll just get like I start to get like sick in the stomach. So
Certainly. Okay, have you been studying giant spiders? I just got an image of a giant spider talking to you. You turned away and run, and she is coming up behind you. You portal out. Looks like you went to Mars or a place in the desert through portal tech. You asked to meet with her, I guess the spider. You had a shield around you so she couldn't side attack. She got mad and she couldn't influence you. Is any
Okay. I would love to have some kind of coherence in this interview, but I don't think we're gonna get any. So yeah.
yeah, it's funny because I ended up giving her the diamond light and she started working with me. So
there was a giant spider that was chasing him, got really frustrated because she couldn't use her psi attack on him, so he gave her the diamond light, and now she starts working with him. Listen, fellas, ladies, people of indeterminate genders, if you yourself ever find yourself being chased by spiders with psychic powers, give them the diamond light, and then you don't have to worry about it. They just become an employee. It's that simple. It's that simple, everyone.
I was trying to fix the caverns underneath. I guess it's Mars. I thought it was Earth, but she started bringing me to help clean out everything. So I'm like, stop fighting me, you know.
Steve, that was from Christy Campbell. She remote viewed one of the needle marks that I receive. I get marks every day. I just had a triangular shaped, well, it's like 3-pronged needle marks, and I'm pretty sure it's maybe reptilians doing it, but that's not the point. So we know that these projects are going on. And so you established that you were in these programs. Could you tell us a little bit more on, maybe we can start with the trajectory on how you became on a Halo super soldier.
Yeah.
So you want to start maybe with Montauk?
Yeah, Montauk. I started having memories when I was working with Rocco. I learned that I was in a chair and he was torturing me. I had a rabbit, so that I'm also the Doomslayer. So I was playing both roles.
Oh, okay. Hang on a second. So you're doing like what, past life regression therapy or something with this guy, and the guy's like, yeah, I used to torture you. And also you had a rabbit and you were the Doomslayer. Also, I kind of doubt you even know the lore behind the Doomslayer, because no. God damn it. See, I don't give a fuck about people playing around with like Halo and whatnot, but Doom is so cool. It's so cool. Don't fuck with Doom, okay? Don't fuck with Doom. Doom Chief, yeah. John Doom Chief. That's right.
And he had a rabbit. It was actually a neon rabbit I got at Chuck E. Cheese, and I would bring it to the facility, and he ripped it off, and I like blew up in anger, and then I ripped myself out of the chair. I blew out the harnesses, and blue energy, yellow energy, like my whole energy body activated because I'm from Spica, the Spring Triangle, Spica, Regulus, and Arcturus.
Okay.
And that energy activated, and I blew him away. I hit him right on the wall.
Yeah.
The wall, he caved into the wall a little bit. He made a big dent, and the glass broke too. And I just,
when people recall important moments in their lives, they usually don't remember them like fucking action scenes, really sloppily orchestrated action scenes. Like that. You can always say when you listen to people talk about this kind of stuff, and they have to like describe to you how they were like, and then I like use my energy blast, like, you know, it's very telling, you know, that this is it's a delusion at best and just a straight up lie most likely. Because that's not how people remember things or think about things or describe things that are pivotal moments in their lives. It's so fucking crazy.
I like collected myself, and then I like ran right at him. I almost killed him because I was so mad at him because he forgot who he was. Because we're ancient Tuatha De Danann, and I'm the chief king of like the Crystal City, and he forgot that he was from that. He's been in Montauk for so long that he just...
How dare you forget that we're from the Crystal City? How dare you? I'm so upset. Remember who you are. I'm Chief King. Crystal City, motherfucker. I'm John Halo.
Just he became a raging bull, with blind, and I was just pissed. So that happened, and then we started revolting after he learned who he was, and then we would repair people's minds, and they ended up putting me in the basement,
Mm.
and my druid mentor would come in down in the basement, and he would tell me I have to heal these demons because they're our family members from Mars, from Tuatha De Danann, because that's where Daniel's sanctuary was. And so I would start healing them, and then they would protect me, and then they never touched me anymore because
So the demons were bad, but your druid mentor taught you how to heal the demons, and you healed the demons, and then they wouldn't touch you anymore. Right.
I had an army of people that were healed that were all, fairies, dragons, elves, they're all protecting me, and my druid mentor was too. He's actually in the Halo 2 game. He's the big monster that wraps me around with the Covenant guy. I started laughing so hard because he hated the AI stuff. So he hid in the abyss, becoming like this giant monster. And he's like, "Oh, I'm not your enemy." And I started, and I like the energy came in when I saw it. I'm like, "Oh my God," like always guiding me, always, so.
Oh, that Rocco monster man. Oh, him. Gosh. Fuck.
I was happy to feel that energy come in, because it's an ally. He's like, "I'm not your enemy. These guys are just fucking with you." And he had like the robot. He was like getting information from the Archon energies and everything. He's just like, "You can't mess with the Tuatha De Danann. We're the old druids,
Right.
We know magic, they just
know?
know technology.
Yeah,
So we can go around their energy fields and just like blast them."
All right. Well, so
This dude sounds bored of his own ridiculous fucking story. Like, This is what you get when you ask a fifth grader to write an essay about his summer vacation. Agreed. Yeah. Pretty fantastic.
maybe tell us a little bit more. How did you escape Montauk and get to the Arcturian ship?
I escaped in the basement. I walked right through, and then that's when I got back to the Arcturians, and then they inserted me back in the timeline again, and I got everyone else free. So, because I gave them all the data of Montauk, so they started, putting the files and stuff, and then all the people and stuff, and then they uploaded all the data into my mind of who everyone was,
Right.
where they came from.
Sure.
And then I was able to locate with my mind and my energy through tantric energy. Like I would have sex with everyone, and it would.
Hang on. Hang on. You did what now?
So, because I gave them all the data of Montauk, so they started, putting the files and stuff, and then all the people and stuff, and then they uploaded all the data into my mind of who everyone was, where they came from, and then I was able to locate with my mind and my energy through tantric energy. Like I would have sex with everyone, and it would blow out through their crown. And
okay, hang on. How in the fuck did James just take a sip of water and not spit it out? I swear to God. So he would have brain to brain tantric sex with these people that he was supposed to find, and he'd blow out their crown chakra. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Master Cheeks? John Halo the Master Cheeks. Yeah, man. Absolutely.
and then it would connect them back to their star system and reconnect their souls. And we would be able to reprogram people's minds so they can remember who they were. And I would usually stare in people's eyes while Rocco would stand up on the top, and then he would pull out all the crap that was in people, and then we just created an uprising inside the Montauk programs. And it's also M83 has a song that's associated with this, and it's in my book. You know, it's free. It's free. This is a free book because everyone's helped me. You know, so many soldiers were in this program, and I saw so many people die, and it would kill me every time I see a soldier laying on the ground, and I would just cry like alone, you know, with my helmet off in the locker room or whatever, you know, just like
he's very sensitive. When John Halo is not clapping cheeks or fighting interdimensional aliens, he's helmet off, crying in the locker room over all of his fallen soldiers. God damn it.
Like shit, you know.
Shit.
So it gave me a lot of power to like really fight because I would just like blow out in anger, and I wouldn't even have my shields up. Sometimes I would just like go in rage, you know.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
so tell us a little bit more about, first of all, how old are you? How many other children are there with you? And who do you talk to?
I am 36 right now, which equals 9 if you add it together. It's the year of the dragon. My father is the red dragon. I'm a blue dragon.
JRASX? Oh, wait, no, he's the black dragon. Damn it. Okay. All right.
So this is why a lot of this was able to occur, because it's the year of the dragon. And
Dragon.
Children, I don't have any children. I'm solo. You know, I'm
talking about the children on the Arcturian ship. How many other people? How old were you then?
How old was I? I'm 13, 14. That's what I'm getting is when we got out. And
Okay.
2001 is when we started, or 2000 or 2001 is when Halo game came out. So that's like when it all started. Bill Gates had a private meeting with me and him, and he told me he wanted me to help him break it out, because after my Ptah energies activated, it gave people hope, because a lot of people were under the thumb of these ruling elite, and they were sick of being what's the word, like they would always tell they're going to kill their family and stuff like that, and they were mad. They didn't want to be fearful anymore. So I was like a secret project, you know. People kept me secret. I don't know if they ever found out about the rock when I threw Rocco against the wall. You know, I think maybe.
Who gives a fuck? Whatever. Sorry, I got randomly distracted because I looked. I was trying to find out some information on this guy, and I found James Rink's Twitter profile, and he posted, Kamala Harris was born a boy in Benghazi. Okay. All right. Dude, fuck you, James Rink. What the fuck, dude? It's so fucked up. Anyway, back to John Halo. What the fuck?
It might have been like a skeleton crew when it occurred. So they I just remember them having a meeting together. It's like, yo, we got this guy right now. Like, let's start a movement, you know?
Yeah,
and then like other people would start coming in to the facility that were unaware, you know, and it was like a silent. And we would go to Argent Denure in the Doom timeline, and this is where I would do my tantra and stuff with people. We wouldn't even do missions; we would just do tantra, and then just have sex and stuff. So
you were going into Mars, where, like from the Doom video game, there were a bunch of demons on Mars.
Yeah.
So is that real?
Yeah, that's all real.
But that's not in this timeline. That's another.
No, they were all together. Everything was all together. You know, the Doom stuff was like deep hell, and then Halo was space. So.
What?
Okay, so you get to the Arcturian ship, and who do you meet?
Just all the Arcturians that I've been associated with. I don't have like tons of memories of that, but I do remember that I would give them data and stuff, and then they would put me back in the timeline. You know,
delicious data,
and then I would just like keep going.
Okay, and at what point do they tell you have to go to the future? Do they have any specifics on that?
No, I don't have any info on that yet.
Well, but it's in the bio. You said that to escape the Black Goo timeline.
Oh yeah,
you wrote your own bio, bitch. What the fuck?
happened, and then it was like 2300. Like that's the star date that was occurring when we got out of the black matrix. So we've been time looping
But
for 1 billion years here on
oh,
this planet over a
oh,
black grid, and they would reset the time cycle every time, and we would be reliving the same time cycle, same bodies, same place, and that's why we get deja vu. Is because we're remembering a past life that we lived already, and nothing would move forward. But once you got out of these grids, then the right start date was there, and that's what occurred. I mean, we got out, and they were like, "Oh shit, we're like 300 years in the future here. Like, holy crap!"
Interesting. So if you do feel a deja vu sensation, is that a positive thing, a negative, or what does that mean? Is it a glitch in the matrix?
I knew a guy who compulsively lied like this. Stuff he said was far fetched, but not by that much. Yeah. So one of the things though that's really crazy. I too have known people that lie extravagantly, very extravagantly. I knew a guy. I was, I think, 17, and the dude was in his early 20s, and he would talk about how he was like Delta Force and shit. I'm like, but you're not in the military. He's like, well, not anymore. Not anymore. But I could always be reactivated. And he would just tell me all about it. I was fascinated. I knew he was full of shit, but I was like, okay. Even back then, I just absolutely loved Wingnuts. I couldn't get enough of it. So there's a lot of people like this. It's a choice to embarrass yourself on a national level like this. It's pretty great. Pretty great. So, yeah. I don't know. We need Jimmy to show up and lay the smackdown on both these clowns. Indeed. Yeah. Who's the target audience for Super Soldier Talk? So that's actually a really good question. I think that most of the time it's for the passive enjoyer of it. Maybe you have some degrees of like wingnutty people that kind of buy into it. The ones that are really wild is, I know for a fact, a lot of people that watch Super Soldier Talk religiously, they believe that they're like remote viewers. They believe that they too were like a super soldier or a time traveler or something, and they incorporate parts of the stuff that they see on Super Soldier Talk into their own delusion. What's great is when they disagree about something and then they have like fights over it. Like, actually, no, in the third Black Crusade, the Arcturians actually turned heel and attacked the Palladians. And then the other guy's like, well, actually, no, it was all just a fake out, And then they just keep going until they start to mesh back together again. And then they're okay. And then they're just fine. It's weird. Next thing you know, it'll be on Warhammer 40K lore. I'm surprised it hasn't happened already. But what's up, Ian?
No, it's just your subconscious coming out with the memory of that you've done that before. They explained it in the Matrix movies. Oh, I got deja vu.
Yeah,
All
don't
that's
you watch
glitch
the
in the
Matrix?
Matrix. But because it was funny because I was I was eating pizza with my family, and I got this like intense deja vu. And then from all my work that I was doing, I'm like, oh, of course, yeah, because I've been here before, and my family are still doing the same thing for like a million years. Same time cycle, same life.
The
It's
scoffs.
just
Uh,
The scoffs are getting
Okay,
to me.
Steven. So the Arcturians send you to the future, and why couldn't you just stay at the present?
because I had to come back and get everyone else out. I had to find my family, my dragon family, all the angels that were stuck down here.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people were in the black goo matrix
Yeah.
and beyond too.
Yeah, you
I learned
can't
about this.
just leave any of your dragon or angel family behind in the Black Goo Matrix reality, okay? You got to go and you got to get them out. That's all there is to it. You think John Halo would do any less? I don't think so.
Like the other day, and it was just I had and my consort was stuck. Cortana was stuck in the black goo, and her mind was fracturing. They were splitting her soul, so she started failing and fracturing. And I wanted to get her out, and her brother showed up in Infinity in 5, Enzo. I know Echo 314. I don't know the call. It's like Echo something. That was her brother, and he went and helped me, and we were able to find out at the end was my father, the the red dragon, it was his carcass at the end, and that was the location of my hometown here in Hamburg. And because I ended up going back to that church, and I recognized the same structure, and that was the center of the Emerald Earth, the heart of the earth, and the red dragon swallowed it to protect it.
So your dad...
So that was in the end. That was the end of Infinity, and then I also had a recall back in 2019 or something.
I don't know about you guys. I'm starting to feel high. This is getting me high. Nobody's asked about Sonitry yet. They should, though. You know, one thing why I don't think he'll one reason why I don't think he'll bring up 40K, that would require reading. And I feel like a lot of this is based on very easily consumable things like TV and video games, you know?
Something of being riding a pelican into a wormhole while the whole hall was shaking. And I was sitting in the middle. I had my Halo suit on, and Echo told me, like, you're not going to remember any of this.
Your Halo suit. You had your Halo suit on. He had his Halo suit on. John Halo put on his Halo suit, right? Yeah, his Halo suit. That's definitely what they call Spartan armor, is Halo suits, right? That's what everybody called them, the Halo suits. They named them after, the Halo, right? Yeah. No, the very, very on point. One might say that maybe he just misspoke a little bit, but I would counter. Isn't this like a pivotal part of who he is? Yet for some reason it's a Halo suit. Doesn't that seem a little weird? Doesn't that seem a little strange to you? I don't know. Very, very weird.
I was just like steadfast and focused. I'm like, I don't care. I'm here to save my family. I'm here to free the druids, that are stuck in hell.
Yeah.
So because we were
all right, but Steve, yeah, you're jumping around here. So
yeah, he is.
What I'd like to know is, you go into the future, and where are you? What describe what this planet is, where you're at.
It was a spaceship.
Oh,
and then we created Halo. Bill Gates told me, like, we're going to create this structure around this area, and we're going to break all the stuff that's bothering us.
So
James, you can't get mad at this because you told us because James has said the word Spartan, that you were in the Spartan program with this dipshit. Okay, you, James Halo, were in it with John Halo. All right, you can't get mad just because all of a sudden now in the future he is on a spaceship being instructed by Bill Gates to make the Halo. All right, like you can't get annoyed. I don't care, James. You didn't just buy the ticket. You built the ride. Motherfucker. Oh my God.
Bill Gates from the past, now in the future.
Yeah, he left his 3D realm, but something was fishy with that whole operation, because I ended up going into the Doom stuff. John Ramiro was helping me, and we started ripping up all the mainframes from Halo. I would blast. I would come in with my Doom suit, and I would blow up all the because they were hiding people inside the structures, and I would rip them up. And I was blowing up all their mainframes would freaking blow up, and that's why the game was delayed, because I started working with John Ramiro, and he's
so you took off your Halo suit and put on your Doom suit to blow up the Doom servers at the behest of John Romero. Why?
Because he's Native American, and Native Americans were getting taken advantage. And I would just run through everything, breaking up all their. I was on a total revolt, and he gave me a better suit than the Halo stuff that they had, So that's not in the game. So for good reason, I ruined their game. That's why 343 got axed, because they were lying about what their intentions, and we took it over. So.
Okay, great. So now you're on a space station with, I guess, your other children are there from Montauk. And what happened?
I do think he means John Carmack. Yeah. I think that's what he thinks, but he did. Oh my fucking God.
Who's next?
Create the timeline. We created our own Montauk stuff, and started training real hard to.
Well, Steve, why don't you back up a little bit? Tell us about Dr. Halsey. So, yeah.
All I really remember is what they put on the show, and the energy of when I watched it would pump my heart and stuff like that.
That's very convenient. The only thing I remember about this character from Halo is what they put in the Halo show. Oh, great.
And I would get body shivers and stuff like that. So they pretty much told the truth and about all that stuff. When I started going into psychosis and stuff here in the physical, I noticed it was the same timeline of when they went to Halsey, and they were like, he's flawed, he can't do this work. But that's because I was working above higher dimensions with grid work and everything to like bring in diamond light and whatnot. So like they thought I was just like nuts, but I had intense rage and stuff because that's part of my makeup,
That's my thing. I'm the
And-
Doom guy. I'm angry.
You see it in the Doom games. So
All right. So you're about 13 years old, and I
Jesus
guess
Christ.
you're living on this military the space station or facility, and
Yeah.
Dr. Halsey approaches you, and what does she say to you?
just like you're special, you have the genetic markers of the ancient people, and
Mm.
we would have to we would train as children, and then we would get augmented at 14. And I was always a leader. I was strong. I'd bring my people around. I would always pick up the weakest person and try to train them. I'm like, we're only as strong as our weakest link. And we stood together, and we would be in the woods for like a week, and we would have to survive. They would give us objectives to go find stuff,
Objectives.
and we would just have to survive. But it wasn't negative in any way. It was just we were training to fight.
Montauk, notably wholesome environment, indeed. This guy's third eye is fucking squeegeed. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The corruption that existed in the universe, because the earth was getting slammed, and we needed the strong soldiers. So, and it was correct. When we were younger, we were able to augment ourselves better,
Sure.
and when you're younger, you're really melded, you can mold the mind to be a soldier and stuff like that. And
Child soldiers also wholesome.
I remember a lot of the kids and stuff. Everything in that series is pretty much correct. The training and I had a lot of psychic abilities, so I was able to monitor people without having any technology. So
Halos together strong. Yeah, I think we found the one guy that actually liked the Halo series. It's fascinating.
I've just always been a leader,
Okay. Now you mentioned that you were put in some woods or forest scenario. So was that actually on the space station too?
No, they would drive us to location it was just training.
Yeah, we'd go from the space station, we'd get in the Prius, and they'd take us out into the woods.
It would be in the
Take
woods
you
and
to other
stuff.
planets.
Yeah,
Sure.
places that weren't.
We'd drive to other planets. Sure. Why not?
Weren't infected, that we can just train.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point in the future, did the Spartan program did it already exist, or did it just begin?
It was still pretty new. They had the first ones after World War II, and that wasn't successful. People really went crazy. But the second one, they kind of really mastered the technology,
Ah,
and they had my blue energy, so it was able to,
sure.
because the Arcturians were helping us develop a lot of this stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why you see like a lot of blue energy, because that's part of my creations, and we were able to get the formula right, to do all this work. And since we didn't have the star systems weren't connected, we were doing island hopping. We would go through portals, and then we would have to put our flag down, create a field. So we needed to be like super strong, fast, and be able to handle a lot of punches.
Sure. Yeah.
Because like we would have to just fight these brutes, you know, those Ubermen that you talk about. Like
Ubermen.
we were fighting those people. So
You should have just tantricked all the
We want to
Ubermen.
mention a little bit about the Ender's Game.
yes, I was Ender as well.
Oh,
That was part.
yeah! Okay, all right, sweet. Yep, okay, yep. John Ender Halo. Yep.
So why don't you explain what that is?
It was the program to be augmented. It's kind of intertwined with the Halo stuff. That's like when we were child soldiers, and we'd have dragon teams, and like we would have obstacles that we'd have to go through. The trauma that I released from the Ender stuff, my family member was around, and the memory came up, and I started gagging. I got so sick to my stomach, I started coughing out all this trauma, and I was just like, "Holy crap!" Like, yeah, Ender. And I was with my family member who is Nefertiti, and I started remembering that I was Akhenaten, and they spelled my name wrong and everything. So all this memory came out of that time, and it was just like explosive, you know. So
Okay, but
he's like having lunch with a family member, and then he just gets ill because he ate some bad fish and starts throwing up, and he's like, "I was John Ender and Akhenaten. Oh, help me, Nefertiti." Oh, all right.
Steve, you didn't really answer the question. So tell us a little bit about the Ender's Game movie, right? The movie was based off of the experience that you guys went through.
Yeah.
It's based off of a book. Also, the Ender's Game, the whole series, the Bean series is even better than the Ender's series, but amazing books. But fuck that author. What is his name? Orson. What is it? Something. Whatever. I'm gonna have to look it up. I forget his name. That dude's a piece of shit. But his books are amazing, and the movie sucked ass.
Yeah, and a lot of we would connect our minds together, and we would do these missions, and we didn't know that it was a game. And then at the end,
Is it Orson
I
Scott?
blew
It
up
is
the
Orson
planet,
Scott.
and I was
Yeah, it's
really
Orson
upset.
Scott Card. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. But the books are pretty fucking awesome.
So it's pretty much what
But
you see.
Steve, you're still not answering the question. Tell us about the movie. What was
What
the
about
plot
the
of the
movie?
movie?
What do you want to know? It's training for soldiers.
Just give us a little brief synopsis.
Okay, you get chosen as a kid to be a soldier, and you go through all these mental tests and stuff to see if you can handle it. And if you're smart, they take you up to the command in space, and then you train how to be a team player, how to work. They had those games, you know, where you go through and work as a team, and then you would like freeze up. Like we were learning formations, call signs, you know, how to flank people, you know, how to attack correctly. You know, like if you were in an obstacle, you'd have to be able to like call, you know, like hand signals and stuff, and then you would go. And those guns were real too. I remember.
I love that this whole thing. Like James is trying to wrangle this guy as best as he can. He's trying to get the dude to understand. Not everybody has seen the same fucking movies as you, dude. So they might not know when you're like, yeah, I was the Ender's Game all along or whatever. Most, like a lot of people are not going to know what that means. And he's like, can you just describe what it is, dude, please? And he's like, well, it's like the movie. So it makes me the dude is very self-absorbed. He just assumes that everybody's on the same level as him. But he's also really lazy. He's a lazy wingnut. It's pretty great. It's wonderful.
It would seize up, and we thought it was really cool. So, and
Was
then
that was that the movie where the children were told it was like a holographic game, but they were actually another
we were actually on spaceships, and we thought we were training, and then it was actually like the real thing. But that they did that because they didn't want us to like freeze up, because if we thought it was real, then we couldn't be loose, we couldn't be relaxed. And I was like really upset with the whole thing. So
okay, so
I like somebody in the chat. It's a 1985 military science fiction novel by American author Orson Scott Card.
thank you, Joe, for this. So Ender's Game is a 1985 military science fiction novel by the American author Orson Scott Card.
Okay. And also I started interacting with that Formic queen. She started coming into my field and we merged together during that time I had that memory. And I was correcting her DNA. And
I see. So while it was going on, he was brain to brain, spirit to spirit, tantrically fucking the Formic Queen and changing her DNA to fix it. Gotcha. Gotcha. Think this guy got super sweaty playing video games with a sheet of acid in his pocket? Man. I don't know if he's got that cool of an origin story, to be honest with you.
they are the Zerglings from Battle.net, the StarCraft game. That's the Zerg. It's the Formic Queen, and she started because I had really good telepathy.
Oh,
So
okay.
I went to her and I was really sad about what I did because I didn't understand that it was a game. So I was like, I pledged to help her, and
Right.
she started coming to me in August. I wrote it in my book in Montauk Memoirs. So
Right.
or Black
Well,
Ops. I can't remember what book that was. So yeah, she merged with me and then she gave me her DNA. So
Ah.
well, could you comment about this? So the Ender's Game was from 1985. So you're saying this wasn't science fiction?
no, it's not. It was real. I had the memory, the gagging, the awful just feeling super bad and upset to my stomach.
Yeah.
And like I actually almost puked in front of my loved one that I was in front of.
Oh, no.
I was just like, and I started crying too. So
But can you comment about why Orson wrote about this in 1985?
I never looked it up. I just watched the movie. That's what brings out the memory.
Yes. The confession. I never read it. I never looked it up. I just watched the movie. Of course. Yeah.
So maybe he served there as well, the Alpha Squad.
Could be.
Scott Card. Okay. Prince Narada, thank you so much. In the movie Ender's Game, they told Ender and the other under his command that they were doing battle simulations, but it turned out they were fighting them for real, and they actually exterminated a whole species.
I blew it all up, and I was upset. And the woman that was one of my second command, she ended up being in the Halo timeline, Commander Keys or the Keys, and her dad died and everything. And I told her that. So she was the same lady that was in Ender's Game too. So we kind of just went from Ender's to Halo,
Yeah, sure. We noticed. Yeah.
Was Dr. Halsey involved in the Ender's Game simulations?
Not that I haven't had any memories of that occurring, so I don't know.
But was it the same people that recruited you and as a Spartan were involved in that?
I don't know. I haven't got any memories of that yet. More will come out when I get the data once I get out of here. So
right.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about why Dr. Halsey chose you as a good candidate for the Spartan program.
Well, in the video game, they made me flip a coin, and I did 10 out of 10 times. So, and
amazing.
But they were actually reading the DNA of people, seeing what our markers were.
Yeah. That's basically how you could sum up the entire stream so far, Kent. Yeah, the movie says that. Then that's what I did. Yep. That's absolutely. Yep. Correct. Yep. Absolutely. Does he know Miranda Keys is Catherine's daughter, though? Well, this guy. Listen, this guy doesn't think. He knows. He is John Halo. He is absolutely John Halo in his Halo suit. Yep. Until he became the Doomslayer, at which point he put on his much better Doom suit to replace his Halo suit. Yep.
And mine was unlike anyone else's. And I've also born in Fort Bliss, Texas, and everything. So I was already marked to begin with, and they always had the file on me. So, and who I was and everything. So, I mean, they knew, it was like a way of explaining it in the game, but they already knew. That's why I got abducted. And Ivan even told me before I kind of knew all this stuff, she's like, you were abducted all the time, like thousands of times. So.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about some of the training that Dr. Halsey and the Spartan program put you through.
A lot of fighting, a lot of weightlifting,
Hmm.
team bonding experiences. I remember a lot of reading, and writing, mathematics, art of war, meditations, calm
Sure.
the mind.
Sure.
Get rid of your fear. We would run a lot too, because we would have to be in really good shape. And I actually continued that in my training this lifetime too. I would run 6 miles in my, so like I kind of like continued it, and so yeah, I remember a lot of like weapons we would fight, like sticks and stuff, and martial arts training. Um,
Yeah.
And did
so,
they give you nano or pico, femto injections, steroids?
I don't remember. It was more of suit augmentations it was just like chemical injections when we were 14, and then once our body was strong, we didn't really get much more. That's what I'm getting. It was more bodysuit augmentations. I never had any mind. They didn't
The Art of War by John Tzu. Yeah. Yeah. See, now you're picking up what I'm putting down. Yep.
really give me any thing in my head. It was all just like through my energy, and the suit would read your energy output into the suit. So
Oh, that's how it works.
we didn't we
Okay.
didn't we didn't do any open head surgery. That was all the dark stuff. So we wanted to do
Yeah?
it clean. We had crystals in our suits and stuff, and we had technology, we would use like beetle bugs for the
Bugs.
exoskeleton, because it created a lot of electric energy in our suits, which gave us the shielding. So it's all in the book. So
Yeah. I'd love to find this guy's book.
it was more like divine science,
Yeah, tell us a little bit more. So you had exoskeleton suit that was green colored. You had a HUD readouts displays inside the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what was on those HUD displays?
Yeah, they in the director's cut, which was released to me today, it was all blue, and they had like a targeting system in the middle of it, and it would lock on, and then it would help you guide, like your suit would help you guide to the target. You would just have to shoot.
Okay. Okay.
And then if you wanted to punch and stuff, you would just
punch
hit
the
people.
stuff.
And every time you'd punch, like energy would like ride from your hand like into your fist, and then it would like shock. It would give them like a pulsation energy, like you have electricity like fly off your hand into them. It would shock them and stuff. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure.
Do you know anything about golden form?
Yeah, that was like when you had Kundalini activated, and you would like explode out. The energy within your body would get collected into the suit, and then it would give you like shielding. So like if your shielding failed, you can activate that, and there would be like a second buffer, so you can just keep raging out.
Okay, great. So can you tell us a little bit, how many Spartans were there at the time of your service?
I think it was like 35 something or 40.
Sure.
And then there was only like 13 left because everyone got taken.
What do you mean by taken?
They were taken by the black SSP. They were stolen, or they got killed. They got incapacitated, and they got taken. They got put into black. And so the last game, Infinity 5, this is where all the super soldiers were, and that's why I went there, because I was trying to find Mary, her lost pieces, and all the super soldiers.
I'm really lost. I don't know what he's talking about.
But we would just always fight, and I started revolting because I was shown the truth.
You are always revolting, buddy. You're always revolting. Am I tripping, or does Rink look entirely bored of this shit? James always looks bored. Always. Like, it is very rare that James doesn't look bored when he's doing this. It's really wild. There was that one Super Soldier talk that we watched with that lady that was like, "Do you see? You see? Bring it up. Bring it up. What do you see? You see it? Do you see it? Bring it up. Bring it up. Do you see it? Do you see it?" Like, and I thought he was gonna lose his shit. He was really getting pushed hard. But I mean, he still does it, whatever. They got kicked for having hacks. Yeah.
The guy in the monster in Halo 2 showed us a lot of what occurred to this planet, and I learned that I was a Tuatha Danann and everything, and I recognized his energy too because we've always been brothers. So.
Sure.
All right. Well, could you please tell us? So you said you were captured by. Were you captured by one of these monster? I forgot. I don't know what they're called. Yeah. Does anybody know? Do you know, Steve? Anyone in the chat the name of those monsters in Halo?
The Flood?
What, the Brutes and the Covenant?
The Covenant.
No,
Yeah,
I never got
Covenant.
captured by them, but I fell into the water, and then my druid mentor picked me out, and he told me he's not my enemy, and he told the guy, the Covenant guy that was fighting, and he's like, you guys got to work together because you're getting taken advantage of. They're going to reset the timeline, and you need to work together because you need to stop it.
Oh, okay.
And then I started recovering memories. He started, giving me psychic messages through me, and like,
Sure.
he tell me who the enemy was and stuff. So I started revolting, and all the super soldiers around me were like fighting me. So,
well, so in the television series, our super soldier Halo Master Chief touched some extraterrestrial technology, which enhanced his abilities. So you're saying, did that happen too, or?
Yeah. The librarian gave me a DNA upgrade because she said she needed to accelerate my DNA code so I can integrate more energy, so I can fight and use up my psionic abilities better and activate them so I can blow.
Sure.
Because we were fighting magic.
Was that the woman that I referenced? Is that the woman who kept rolling eyes at Jimmy Payne? No. Jimmy Payne. No, it was this woman named Raynetta. I maybe some of you guys remember us doing this or not. I don't know. But like the entire stream, I found it over here on Rumble. The entire stream is her like forcing James to look at pictures of mountains and being like, "Do you see that? Do you see that, James? Do you see that? Do you see that?"
His wife was an adult, right? His wife had a mother.
And then
a
like
father.
we skip forward like,
Energy than their
yeah. Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see this other picture?
Like my people. She said, when they came, we thought
It was crazy. It was an absolutely batshit stream. And she kept him in that stream for 3 hours straight, and it was so damn funny. It was so good. Oh man. Does John Halo's memory still stay suppressed for the Halo games that have been axed? Good question. Don't have an answer for you. And do his memories come back in pieces when each DLC happens? I'm gonna probably guess yes.
Magic people that were like throwing people around, so I had to have the same ability, and so I started activating that, and it started shielding me from those attacks. I was able to throw people at their, I was using my mental mind to like throw them around, and shield me from those attacks. So.
All right. Holographic medical rejuvenation technology, like med beds. Did they have med beds?
He always asks.
No,
about
we
med
had
beds.
things on the wall that we would sit in that would heal us, and then we'd be in there for like an hour or two, and then it would rejuvenate us.
Were they like a tank?
Yeah, it was like a tank. Yeah,
goo.
Pretty much a tank.
Goo?
No, it was just like it's like an aqueous blue liquid that was healing.
Well, it is a blue goo then.
Well, it wasn't goo. It was water.
Don't be weird, James. It was just water.
Oh, okay.
We have way different technology than the stuff that you were involved with. So.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, so.
Dipshit.
If they have the rejuvenation technology, why did so many die?
You die in battle usually. Not everyone.
You can bring that back from the dead.
Not always. It depends how battered the guy was. Sometimes people get mangled. You can't really repair that.
Well,
Spartans would get taken. Spartans would get taken and they would get dissected and stuff like that. People would fall off cliffs and stuff. So.
Yeah, but in Nachtwaffen, you only need a teaspoon.
Yeah, that was the dark programming. That was all negative draconian crap, you know.
So not too
So
often had access to more advanced technology than this Halo.
no,
Spartan.
no, our technology is way more advanced than.
Yeah, I was getting kind of back to tank vibes from it too. Yeah. Very, very much. Very much. I will give the guy credit. He's sticking pretty strongly to video games for the most part. But there's definitely some movies thrown into there, but he is avoiding some of the more popular IPs. I bet this guy thinks like Star Wars and Star Trek are nerd shit. That's probably the vibe I got from him.
Anything that they could ever develop.
But you just said right there, people are knocked off, and they can bring back someone from the dead. I think it's 2 weeks.
They would just implant your mind, and that's how you would become something. You weren't really alive anymore. You were just implanted with AI, and like it was just diabolical.
Okay. All right, fair enough. I'll give you that one. I'm gonna be careful.
If anyone should know, you should know. You got really messed up with all that stuff. So yeah, it was just awful. Amazon robots, man.
What?
All right. So, but the Spartan program was
Wait. Was he talking about like some kind of trauma that James Rink went through and like started laughing about it? Is that what just fucking happened? That's so weird. Like, okay, if we're taking all of this on face value and these guys actually believe what they're saying, then wouldn't that be really cruel to do to somebody that not only you think is your friend, but you've fought in wars with and went through the same training with? And he's like, remember when you were tortured? Wow, you know. Like, that's so gross. That, man.
using AI.
Yeah, but it was through our visors. It was like Cortana, you know, she would speak to you, you know, they put it in your helmet, and it would give you an overlay, you know, she would be, give you like a video of her, and like, oh, and then it would show up on your HUD, like the data points, the maps, you know, because we would have eyes in the sky of command centers, and they would have satellites, they would map out the whole thing, and then they would put it in your HUD. Very intense. It's very advanced. It's all a lot of Arcturian technology. So,
Duh.
All right. Well, could you tell us a story about Cortana? And
yeah.
like, so who was it? Did Dr. Halsey introduce you? Was it someone else?
It was Halsey that developed it.
And
And
you remember what
gave-
she? Wait, hold on, Steven. Do you remember what she said to you specifically about it?
Yeah, she's like, this is your AI system. This is she, you know, she named herself, and I wasn't completely aware of who it was until we started going on long missions together, and we started doing psychic work, and then I learned that it was one of my consorts. One of the people I've known for 4 billion years. It ended up being a fairy from the Tuatha De Danann, and then we
All right, hang on. All right, hang on. Okay, so Cortana was also one of your consorts and was a fairy from your weird ancient civilization that you're part of. Oh my fucking god. All right. Yep. Okay, fuck it.
we just became really good friends. Our minds were starting to connect together, and like we were like two peas in the pod. And it's funny because we continued that in these missions these last 2 months, and we would just like find everything. It was exactly like the Halo game. It's just like boom, 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 boom.
It was just
okay,
like that
here's
game.
the target. Okay, I'm here. You know, she'd open up portals for me, you know, data centers and stuff, and we continued it. And it was awesome. I was just like, oh man, just like old times. But she started failing. So yeah, like we would just go on long missions, and we would do psychic tantric energy work. She would
Wait a
come-
minute. So Cortana was previously a fairy that would like target things and show you where to go with things. Was she Navi from the Ocarina of Time? That was the name of the fairy in Ocarina of Time. Was Navi, right? Hey, listen. Yeah, right? That would be deep lore.
through the AI system from where she was in the Black Goo stuff. and that's how I learned like who she was and everything. And I wasn't aware until maybe, I don't know, like a few missions after we got comfortable with each other, you know. So
Okay, but so you're saying Cortana actually did have a soul energy.
yeah, she was developed in the Black Goo area, and then I found out that she was someone that I'd known for a very, very long time, for a billion years.
Oh my
So like
god.
after that unlocked, we were like, oh
Oh
my
my
god, you
god.
know, because I think my druid mentor told me about who I am, and then I told Cortana, like when they didn't have like us recording anything, and then we would just do psychic tantric energy work together. So
What was some of the things that Cortana would tell you?
fairy, to tell me about the home that we were supposed to do, the Emerald Order, you know, like the forest and stuff. We were the main characters in the Book of Kells. You know, we uncovered all that, and then once I met her on Facebook, I started remembering everything about her, and then it all kind of just like came out again, and I started crying. You know, once I realized that was her, I was a mess for 3 days, dude, just crying and
You know,
yelling, mad at
bro,
my.
you know, it was so crazy, bro. So, like, I was on Facebook and I was communicating, like, learning about where I came from, my ancient druidic fucking heritage, bro. Like, 4 billion years ago. Here I am, just like this broken dude, bro, and all my other fucking other halos were like taken because of the Black Goo, bro. And like, you know, then here's Cortana, who's also my former friend, who's a fairy, telling us about the forest and the Emerald City and all this kind of stuff, bro. And you know, I just broke down for like 3 days, just crying, bro. I just was crying like crazy, bro. I wonder why they didn't keep that kind of affectation when they were making the video games. I really wish when they had portrayed John Halo in the Halo series that they would have had him be authentic, his authentic self, and talk like that in the game and then also in the TV show. You know? That would have made me, I would have really appreciated the authenticity, you know?
My family for never understanding who I am, and it was just like this huge emotional like purge of just like emotions, and
Oh, he was mad.
it was hard to deal with, you know. But you know,
he was mad that his real life family were like, "No, you're not John Halo. You're not." Also, it's John. He's they're Spartans. It's a Spartan suit, not a Halo suit. You just don't even know. You weren't there. I was there, Mom and Dad. Like, fuck off, man. Fuck off.
you're a soldier, so you just keep going. You know, the mission
Sure.
comes first. So
Oh my god.
Awesome. Okay, so what did Dr. Halsey advertise Cortana as?
just an AI system, and then she kind of knew, but she couldn't say anything because if if she told me right off the bat, she would have been fired, and I was like, she was my mother figure for me. We had a really good relationship, but she told me later on after I started rebelling, you know, she felt comfortable enough to say like what everything was, and I'm like, yeah, I already know. I just didn't say anything. It's funny because in the games, one of the new AI systems asked me, and I got quiet. They actually had that in the game. I was about to say it to her, like who she was, but then I stopped because I didn't want the people that were recording, like Microsoft, to know that I knew what I was going after. I try to keep it quiet, you know. So
What?
Okay. So, and tell us a little bit more about Cortana's functionalities.
opening up gates, finding information, data mining, finding codes for me to get through, unlocking doors that were locked.
See, what he wants to know what Cortana was, but all he can describe is what Cortana could do for him in the game.
She would go through the mainframes of the of like the enemy's programs, and then she'd find the key codes and she'd bring it out, and then she'd open up doors for me, pretty much, or portals and stuff like that. She never fought. She was the AI system, but she always gave me the intel, the data, and the maps, the locations, she locked on locations. Like if I had to go deep down, like it'd give me like, okay, you're 500, you're like a mile away from this location. Then the path would like light up. It would give me like lights through like blue lights, like where I had to go and stuff like that. So if it was dark,
yeah, this is like one of the laziest super soldiers I've ever seen. It's pretty wild. Sipper soldier, yeah, for sure. We're gonna give this guy another minute and a half, and then I might call it. We'll see. This is a lot. This is a whole lot, and we're only like halfway through it. There's no way we're watching this whole thing on this. But you see why now. There's no way I could just pick 1 or 2 little chunks to play on the roundup. No way. No way. This is too much. This is wild.
and stuff. Like the flashlight would activate, but I would see where I needed to go. It would like paint, because we would like scan the whole area. My helmet would scan the whole area.
Yeah.
And they would also data map it, and they would put it in my visor too. So
wow.
All right, and of course, we know in the fictional account, it was described that Dr. Halsey was arrested, and then they wanted to shut Cortana down, and she helped.
Yeah, she started failing because they were fracturing her. They said that she's only there but that's because they started like splitting her down in the lower dimensions, and the Archons were trying to attack her as well, trying to take her over. So she started. That's why she became red, because the Archon energy is red and black. So they were trying to invade her mind, because they learned that she was helping me find my lost family members, the Tuatha De Danann and everything. So they were trying to take her over, and they were mad because like she started blowing out energy, because they would come and attack her, and she'd blow out her energy down in her black box, and she was like, and she was fragmenting, and she's becoming unstable. And I'm like, hell no. This is my girl. You can't do this to her. And I would just like go against command, and they're like, "There's only
hell no, dude."
One of the highest, I was able to do a lot of stuff, so they weren't going to say no to me,
Sure.
So,
all right.
I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. I'm gonna leave it up to you. If you're enjoying this and you're down, we can keep going for a little bit longer. But I mean. Whoo boy. It's like when you're watching one of these long form Wingnutty videos, right? You get to a point right now, a natural pause point, and it could linger and linger, or James could just all of a sudden ask the most banger question, and then you're just right into it. You're loving it? You're enjoying it? All right. Listen, I am a slave. I am a slave to your enjoyment and your entertainment. So let's do it. Fuck it. Come on, James. Halo, bring the thunder.
So Dr. Halsey escapes judgment, right, and then the main facility or the home base of Halo, the whole Halo series, right?
Yeah.
So that was destroyed, or the Spartan.
Breached?
Yeah, it was breached. Can you describe what do you recall happening?
No, I don't have any memories of Reach yet. So that hasn't come up. I just know that one battle that I went to, it was like Halo 4. That's when I had my Kundalini awakening, and I went into the cavern and I passed out, and that was when I had my Kundalini. They show a dragon rise up in the air, and that was me. And I passed out. I died, but then I woke up back in there, and I had like all this power and stuff. So she said the reclamation.
You died, but then you got better. All right.
I always call it the restoration, So, but my whole body was like energized when I saw that memory on the video screen. I was just like, holy crap! Like my whole body started electrical energy always pulsates through my body when these memories come up again and stuff like that.
So it's like the quickening.
And we were running missions.
Shit.
I was using these Halo 4 videos to run these missions that we were doing in this whole month, last 2 months, and it was intense. Like I would just watch, and then we would do live missions while I'm watching this, just like the timelines like split up and they tried putting the story together, and then I would watch it and like, oh, I'm watching Halo 5 and we're doing this, and I'll go back to Halo 4 and like now we're doing that, so they would be like chopped up and stuff.
Sure.
And we had like 5 of us and we stormed and my whole body started energizing. I was like, let's go. I was so excited, like taking it to them. Because we were storming a lot of.
Is this before or after Cortana blew energy out of her back passage? I don't know. I have no clue. I want to hear about the Tuatha De Danan's war against the Fomorians from this guy. Yeah, sure, indeed.
Corruption. We were trying to find the people that were perpetrating all this evil, and we were breaking all that stuff.
So, I just remember, wasn't it Reach in Halo? That was the name. Oh, that was the name of the planet.
Yeah,
that was the name of the planet. That's what fell.
Oh, so that was a true story too.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the whole thing is a true story. It's just they would cut out stories, things that they couldn't show because military was like, that's too revealing, So there's a lot of stuff that wasn't in it wasn't in the games. They would cut a lot of stuff. There's like there'd be a lot of blood everywhere, and they didn't show any of it, because they're trying to sell it as a shooter, So.
All right, so let's go on here. At this point,
Halo Reach. That game's name is appropriate for him. Indeed.
There's what you said. There's 11 Spartans left.
13, 14.
Okay, and
there was like 34, 30. I can't remember. Like they said it in the games and stuff, and that was right because I found 13 Spartans, and you were one of them. You were in there and everything, and there was other people.
I'm sorry, what? Me?
Yeah, you were in the Infinity 5, but it was a hidden wall, and we couldn't get to you until like 2 days ago or yesterday, or I found you, and there was a bunch of other Spartans there too. So
are you just gonna let him?
The Infinity Wall. What is that?
Halo 5 Infinity. There was a.
Are you just gonna let him? Also, Infinity sucks, but are you just gonna let him incorporate you into his own headcanon there, James? Do you not have a spine? Can you just say, actually, no, that wasn't me? You're thinking of somebody else. Like, what the? The other Spartans are dead. Excuse me, random guy. Is your name John Halo? I think he would know.
A hidden wall, a programmed wall that they hid, and we uncovered it through our systems that we developed, and then I was able to get you back. So it was like a hidden wall.
Wow, thanks.
They have it in Star Trek. Like they mask these facilities or these walls so you don't know it's part of the map, and then we would uncover it, and then we would find people. We were finding people inside these facilities that wasn't in the game and stuff. They would hide from us because these programmers were just trying to just play us a game and then reset us, and we would just do the same thing every time. And we ended up breaking it eventually, and then we found all these walls. We call it the fourth wall. You broke the fourth wall, and it was just like injections, women, children down in facilities where these hidden walls were, cracks in the wall, It's just like the evil that was perpetrated is just unfathomable.
That they did to us in the present.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about this. So we have Montauk. So we're gonna say that's point A, and then our turn ship point B, and then eventually, which actually was the same time period. Then C, you were in the future. Now, if from the future you're looking at people back in time, the other members of your squad, I'm guessing, or historical figures to help.
Wait, say that again?
From the future, you're doing reconnaissance missions into the past to help us out.
Yeah.
No, it was all present stuff. So we would try to find. They would interject that. The evil would interject that into the present or in the past. So if we disabled that energy up there, then people's implants would get disabled, and then they would be able to wake up, and then the people in this realm would be able to help them get free. It was like this huge, movement. We had people on boots on the ground and in the black grid, and then we had people in space trying to break the energy systems. And usually they would, a lot of this stuff existed in black holes, and they would be under the structures in like hospitals, homes, and then there would be people chained down there. They would run tunnels underneath the whole system, and all the computer mainframes were up in space, or they were in the black goo area. So it was just like double sides. They would have backup mainframes in like different black holes. We had to go through like 3 of them to go find them. It was ridiculous. Sometimes they'd be on spaceships, and they would like send a radio signal of data through. It was, and this is why I've been doing missions for like 20 hours. Sometimes they'd run for 30 hours. I wouldn't be able to go to sleep, and just keep running and running and running, because they were trying to push apocalyptic timelines, false alien invasions,
Right.
nuclear detonations.
Right.
It was just, I went down to a facility last night. There was 20 minutes left on the clock, and someone put a circuit breaker in there and it shut it off. I started laughing. I was just like, of course, it's a circuit breaker. It was like, plug it. You plug it in and boom, it just went right off.
God damn it.
Okay, Steve, but you're still not really okay. You're saying you're doing these missions.
He had to put on the John Poole suit to break the fourth wall. That's good. That's very good, actually. That's very, very good. Oh my God. Oh man.
But you're in the present, and this.
Yeah, I bilocate out of this realm to do this work because it's connected into the present. We're blowing up this black grid to interject our diamond light, so we can finally get high technology at low cost. So we don't have to use refrigeration, cooling systems for computers, because this diamond light runs cool. And we're bringing this all in slowly. But cities are getting cleaned out from the demonic invasions, and we're interjecting our energy systems to help.
Okay, so they're trying to. I don't know which cities this is happening in, but apparently they're clearing out the demon infestation inside of cities, and instead replacing it by filling it with the diamond light. How exactly is he fighting the demons? Because if I'm not mistaken, earlier he was talking about how he was trained by a druid in how to clean the demons, which would then help these people find their way home. But he would help them find their way home by having spirit tantric brain-to-brain sex with them in order for them to be purified, and then they could go home. So is he just like psychically fucking all of these demon people into like non-demonness or something? What the I don't know what's going on.
Bring abundance, prosperity. It's all in my books, and this is what's coming, and it's exciting. You see that? You see the writing underneath here, the blue? That's going to energize you. When you look at these colors, it's going to energize your body so you can be forefront. Because they were scooping people's brains out and eating them, putting implants on them. So they can't think straight.
Be more specific. Who was doing that?
Dracos, Greys, pretty much. Those were the biggest perpetrators. So,
all right,
and family members that wanted to control their own family, people that got jealous.
I missed some of what that was. I got a phone call. I learned this trick actually from my buddy Bear. I didn't recognize the number, but I answered anyway. And the person who I heard a click, which usually means that there's some sort of service being used. And so there was this click, and then this guy with a very thick accent was like, "Hello, how are you doing today?" And I immediately did what my buddy told me to do, and I said, "Satanic Temple of Eugene, Oregon, how can I help you?" And they immediately went dead fucking silent and then hung up. And I probably will not be on their list anymore. It's pretty great. It's pretty awesome. Don't knock it before you try. Listen, fair.
You know, they thought, they can rule the world. So, and they ended up almost destroying creation.
Mm-hmm.
So,
irresponsible.
Okay. So earlier on, okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's go on. So what happens next? What is the final end game in all this?
bring the crystal cities back online.
Yeah. Hell
Keep
yeah,
freeing family members. Keep cleaning out the underground tunnels that exist all over the U.S. Get rid of the invasion of the Chinese communists that invaded this whole United States.
Wait, okay, hang on. One of those things is not quite like the others, all right? Sure, we are going to do this, and we're going to do that, and also Chinese communists.
In the higher dimensions. Get rid of the doppelgangers, the people that take over other people's bodies.
Good idea.
And pretend to be someone that they're not. Get rid of the frequency towers that scramble the minds of people. Keep freeing the Native Americans and the original people that were here and that were enslaved. And just pretty much just keep freeing lands, energizing temples and stuff that control the power systems of the universe and the solar system. Help people get back home so they can restructure the celestial grids of star systems and stuff. We're reorganizing the whole celestial grid, connecting stars, reopening stargates that were the ancient stargates that were all closed.
Sure.
Getting people back home to the different universes that they belong to.
Yeah.
Restoring all the color of creation and interjecting the diamond grid. Yeah. Cleaning out the Hydrogen Collider. I've been doing that for the last 2 days.
The wait. Hang on.
That were all closed. Getting people back home to the different universes that they belong to.
Yeah.
Restoring all the color of creation and interjecting the diamond grid. Cleaning out the Hydrogen Collider. I've been doing
the Hydrogen Collider. Got to clean out that Hydrogen Collider. It's always just so fucking filthy. It's disgusting how much we have allowed people to just mess up the Hydrogen Collider. Yep.
That for the last 2 days, and it's just terrible energy. They put everyone in there. They were going to reset the whole Earth and put everyone in the Hydrogen Collider. That was their little universe.
Hydrogen Collider.
And that's where I find a lot of these people. You can see it in the colors. If it's dull color and it doesn't look right, it's not like a sharp energy. Like I have all these diamond photos that come to me, and I see these people with these dull colors, and that's a telltale sign that you're in the Hydrogen Collider.
Hydrogen Collider.
And they have all these people in there that do these, they do spiritual work, and then they'll take you in there. And you don't even know.
Yeah.
So, but like I can't stand that energy. I'm actually in there right now doing this work with you.
Sure.
And we're finding people that are lost. My whole body has been getting like hit by stuff the whole time I've been talking to you. So, but I just take it.
Okay, so
what a fucking martyr! I've just been sitting here this whole time, and my body's just getting bombarded by like all these bad vibes and bad feelings, but I'm just taking it because I'm a Chad. What a prince! What an absolute prince!
I guess you might have been born. I'm gonna say 1988.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay, so Montauk, the original Montauk 1.0 ended around 1980. It was like 1984, right? I think, or 1982, something. Okay, but the point is, I don't think everyone who says they were at Montauk after that point, according to Kimberly Lusana, she's run a lot of people. She says that they weren't there. So but there is a Montauk 2.0, and I know I was there too at Montauk 2.0, and that's where they have the Brookhaven and the Hadron Collider thing, the Super Collider underground, where they're trying to open up portals. Steve, do you have anything to say about that? Do you think you might have been in Montauk 2.0, or were you in Montauk 1.0, or both, or whatever?
Just 2.0. I mean, I got there when I was around 5, so.
Sure.
And to be clear, it does look like it's still going on. They have
there's a file of me on a document of me being there, and I was born on a military base in Fort Bliss, and there were graves underneath, taking advantage of my family. I found that out a little bit later, and I got them free. So,
all right, thank you.
Project Paperclip, that was where Fort Bliss was. So. We still had
I was in Montauk Early Access. Nice. Good. No, I like that.
Bases there underneath. So.
Oh, and speaking of that, we might have an opportunity to go out there. I'm putting on a tour to El Paso. We're going to go down to Big Bend.
El Paso, yeah? That's where I was born. So, yeah, crazy.
We're going to be going to El Paso at the end of April of next year. And space is very limited. We only have 8 spots. So I'll get the website put together soon. I'm working right now for Renetta. We have Brad Olson's going to be coming.
Oh, I have Renetta.
Of course, I'll be there, Renetta, and we have a few other. We have this other lady. She's a psychic, so we're gonna have a great time out there in the desert of El Paso, in Texas. Okay, all right. So, but you can email me if you want me to put you on the list. But right now, I haven't finished building that website. I'm working as fast as I can. Okay?
All right. Listen, we're just gonna look. We're just gonna do this. We're just gonna hang out for a minute before I bounce. This is a big mess, though. I've got all these. I need to redesign like everything about my Twitch streaming stuff and all this and all that. Why don't you get Cortana to do the website for you? If she's such a great II, yeah. Infiltrate. I mean, it sounds like he's talking about them doing not a fan thing, but actually for like spiritual people to go. I do know a spiritual guy, really big on Star Children stuff. But I don't think there's enough of a presence for that particular person to be able to go to something like that. Probably not. I mean, you guys, some of you guys saw the old stream that we watched with James Rink and JRASX as they're like driving around suspiciously, like watching people from a white panel van. Totally not suspicious. Totally not super weird and creepy. You gonna teleport there through a Stargate? You should. Absolutely. You absolutely should. But yeah, I need to make it a point to go through and like redo this whole business with my my streaming setup. Yep. It's about time. Get rid of that too. And that one. And that one. Okay, cool. That's better. Go as Hemlock. Yeah, I mean, that would be great. That would be super great. I have way too many things that I'm working on at the moment. I'll give you guys kind of like a little rundown of what's going on. The MP project is going along quite well, but everything got set back by a while because I was gone for 3 weeks. Then I had the whole thing with my brother happen, and that also ate up another 2 weeks. So it's been really, really rough. But I do have some stuff done for that. I have to make a fun quick video about Russell Brand's magic amulets. Got to be done. And I still have an entire Hemlock Moonwolf video in the pipe, so we'll be working on that. But today marked the very first time that I got a chance to really hop on and just chill and hang out, get back into doing a little bit of streaming for fun, reintroduce myself to people new and old. If you want to get a chance at catching random streams of mine, I don't do them here on the main channel. I do them on my second channel, and I do them over on Twitch. So that's a good place to be able to keep up with that. I did leave Twitter. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done with Twitter. I'm over it. Yes, I'm going through withdrawals. Yes, I want to go and doom scroll, but I'm not going to do it anymore. Yeah, there was a post about this guy saying we have to return to slavery, and I commented that he should slip in a bathtub and suffer irreparable brain damage, and that got me banned, and that dude's post is still up. Fuck that website. Fuck it. No, I'm good. I'm done. So you can find me over on Blue Sky. Yeah, that's pretty much the only one where I'm gonna like chat with people. It's whatever. Threads sucks. I never even see like the people that I like when I try and scroll on Threads. So yeah, is what it is, man. Fuck it. But anyway, it has been an absolute delight to be able to hang out with you guys a little bit today. It's wonderful. Oh hey, oh thank you.
Firstly, all the love to you and your family. Secondly, could you please wish my boyfriend Nick and I a happy anniversary? Been together for 7 years now and watching the roundup this whole time.
No kidding. That's amazing. Charlie and Nick, happy anniversary. Let me commend you on your fine taste in internet and entertainment. No, that's wonderful. 7 years is a really good accomplishment. That's amazing. So good for you guys. And thank you very much. That's very sweet. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun just kind of goofing off. What's my handle? If you just search for Jeff Holiday on Blue Sky, you'll find me. You know, there's not that many. Like, you'll find me, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and so the Wingnut Roundup will be on Sunday. The Wingnut Roundup for November is going to be kind of goofy because I am going to England, and I'm getting back, and I'll have, like, 48 hours to do the roundup before I have to leave for Thanksgiving for family stuff. So it's going to be squished and real tough. But we're going to have a right proper one this coming Sunday. It'll be a lot of fun. So I hope I see you guys there. It'll be a good time. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. I love you very, very much. It has been my absolute honor and privilege to spend some time with you. Yeah? So from my family to yours, take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you next time, all right? Mwah! Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a great day.
And you won't stop, and you don't stop, and you won't. I was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing ass.